speaking of Super Bowl, I have a segment related to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Which I know you heard about, Sarah.
Yeah, I saw it.
Did you hear about this Travis with Megan Fox?
I did kind of like.
Do you guys remember her? Like, I mean,
No.
I remember her from the Transformers movie because she like came out of nowhere and was.
I grew up watching her in like little teeny bopper movies.
Oh right, because she was in some stuff before that.
Like, she was all over it.
Well, Megan Fox kind of broke the internet because of a picture that they took of her at a Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
And it spawned all this talk about, had she had plastic surgery, and then the same old conversation of, our actresses, changing their appearance. And
I feel like we've talked about her before.
I don't think we've talked about Megan Fox, have we?
No, not that I can remember.
I don't remember. I probably remember because I really I had like the hugest crush on her when I was like younger. I thought she was just the most beautiful.
She is really pretty.
Yeah,
she's definitely had some type of stuff.
So I want to throw up the picture that broke the internet and social media. So toss this one up. Yeah. So when I saw that, I was like pretty shocked at first. I was like, it doesn't look like Megan Fox. And I can understand why this picture did drum up, some conversation and some questions of like, what has she done? But she came back on social media and kind of
posted another picture.
Yeah, she clapped back and said, "Look, this is just bad lighting, and it's the way I'm, making this."
Her little kissy face.
Yeah, the kissy face. So there was actually a picture just later, and I want to throw it up because she is kind of absolutely right that because of the lighting and because of the way that she, was doing her face with her lips and stuff, it made that picture look way worse, or maybe way different or exaggerated than she normally does. But I mean, I do think that if you look at that picture of her, either one of those two that we just posted compared to pictures in the past, I mean, she does look a lot different.
Yeah.
And so, it brings up the question of, well, one, has she gone too far with this, or, two, what has she done? So I want to throw up a picture from her. I think this one is from 07 or 09. Yeah, so that's the Megan Fox that I kind of remember. I mean, honestly, she kind of looks like the girl next door, really. I mean, she's obviously a very beautiful woman, but, just looks, not, she doesn't look like she's had anything done there.
No.
And so, so when you compare it to the other one, I can't remember which one I put up. I think it was actually the bad one. Yeah, it was the bad one. It probably wasn't fair to do that. But, so looking at that, I mean, I think that we probably would all agree it looks like she's augmented her lips at least a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the way that she's posing is not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think that helps. But honestly, I think she still looks really great. I follow her on Instagram, so it's like I've seen her talk about how she feels about herself, and she's come out and said like she's struggled with her appearance for so long, and I think it's because she's always been this like sex object, like this girl that's supposed to be like every guy's dream kind of thing, and she's like, I can't even keep up with the young.
She can't live up to the hype, I guess.
Yeah, so she says she's always struggled with it.
Wow, that's just crazy and sad too. I mean, because I do think she's and was one of the most beautiful actresses.
She just looks very like smooth, like her face just doesn't have any type of like she just doesn't look like
no curves or contour to it.
Yeah, like
she does look thinner.
Very like I don't know.
I think there is 2 surgeries she had done when I was looking at her photos, and I'm not dogging people for having surgery, obviously, because that's like my whole business.
I think she looks great, but
I mean, she does look really good, but to me, she looks very different to the point that if someone had thrown up maybe that second picture, not the one that kind of looks bad because of the light and the way she's making her face, but I'm not sure I would have recognized her because I just did follow her on Instagram because of this, but I hadn't been following her, so I hadn't seen any recent pics. But comparing her like 07 to current picture, there's 2 things that I saw like surgery wise that I feel pretty confident about. One is I think she had her nose done. It looks a lot thinner to me. Now you can get that look with contouring makeup. We've discussed that before, but I kind of zoomed in on it. I was like, yeah, it looks like she's probably had her nose, her halo, which is the kind of the curved part of the nose, to me looks a little bit different. And also like just the root of her nose looks a little thinner, which is fine. I mean, if people want to get a nose job, get a nose job. I mean, I'm not at all dogging her for doing it. I personally thought her nose looked fine.
For sure.
But it's not up to me. I mean, a lot of times people come in, I think people look good, but they want to change something a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, as long as it's reasonable, I don't have a problem with it. But I do think she probably had a nose job. And then the other thing, surgery-wise, throw up that next picture, Travis. Yeah, so I think without question she had a breast augmentation, which I think she's had some kids. And so, super common after women have kids to get an augmentation to kind of fill things back out. But yeah, I mean, natural breasts don't sit the way that picture on the right does. That's just, that's not natural, which is fine. I mean, a lot of people get augmentations that look like augmentations. So once again, I'm not trying to beat up Megan Fox whatsoever, because I do really like her as an actress. But yeah, I mean, I do think she has changed her look a lot. And, I wouldn't necessarily dog her for that either. I mean, she's kind of going for this rock girl look. I mean, she's in her fiance Machine Gun Kelly. Yeah. I mean, the rapper. I mean, so she's like in this whole rock and roll lifestyle, and she's looking the part. I mean, it's different than what maybe we were used to, and you were seeing her on the whatever shows it was that she was on. What show? Do you remember what shows she was on?
She was on like.
I know that she was on
it was called like Teenage Drama Queen or something. With
Life of a Teenage Drama Queen or something?
Yeah, she always played like a B word. Always. Because she's just
right, because she has that look, right? I totally
She's got
get that.
dark hair and like those like eyes,
like the mean girl.
So she always plays like this kind of like, just the mean girl. And she was in New Girl for a while. That show New Girl that was on Fox.
I didn't see that one. Yeah. She's been in a lot of stuff. When I was kind of doing research for this, like, oh wow, she has done a lot of things since Transformers, which is what I always remember her for. But yeah, and then other stuff. I mean, I think she probably did her lips. In that second picture, they don't look too bad. Can you throw up that Travis, the one, not the one where the light's all bad, but the second one of her? Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think her lips look pretty good there. I do think she probably had some filler, but I don't think it's a bad job. And to me, her cheeks don't look too full. I mean, to me, her face looks a little thin. I mean, she probably just has, lost weight or, been exercising. No,
yeah, she's definitely more toned.
Yeah, definitely. She's definitely thinned down, like her body fat percentage.
I can always tell now from looking at pictures with you. I can always tell when girls get something done, or like anybody gets something done.
Yeah, look at you, expert.
Like high five. I was watching the show Tacoma FD Fire Department. It's on like. It's like a funny show. It's about firefighters. The guys that made that funny
Reno
cop
911.
show. Yeah. And the girl that's on there, you could I noticed I saw like filler and Botox.
Instantly, you're like listing off.
After a season was finished and the new season started, and I could see. And I found out that she's on Yellowstone too.
Oh, who is she on Yellowstone?
I don't know. She's a blonde girl. She's really pretty. But
wait, she's like 40. Okay, I was wondering if she was like the daughter character in Yellowstone.
No, that's not her.
That's not her. Okay, yeah.
But yeah, I think
you saw it instantly.
She plays one of those like buckle bunnies, is what they call it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
What about you, Travis? Do your friends now rely on you to be the expert plastic surgery person in your group?
Not so much.
Not yet. Okay.
Not so much. But I do be on the lookout for it more now.
Are you?
I definitely be on the lookout for it.
Cool. Well, I'm glad that this is like it's kind of branched out, you guys, and new expertise that you could share with the world.
Absolutely.
But no, I think Megan Fox, to your point, she looks amazing. She looks different. To me, she doesn't look like she used to, but hey, you know what? If you want to change your look and your appearance, go for it. I don't think any of her work is bad. I mean, that picture was bad, but I mean, who hasn't taken a bad picture? It's
if anybody goes like this, it's going to look like you have like.
Yeah, it looks like, at first I was like, oh my God, she had a buccal fat removal. I'm like, no. And then I saw the next picture and I was like, no, she didn't. But so anyway, I mean, she's had some work done, obviously, but I think it's good work. I mean, I'm not going to dog her at all. I think all of the hate that she caught is just, you know how the internet is. They just love to dogpile people for things. And so you go, Megan Fox. I think you look great.
Yeah,
so, all right. Well, let me know. What do you think about Megan Fox? Leave us a comment. Did she do too much? Does she look as good now as she did when she was in Transformers? I don't know. I think she does, just different. So yeah, I'm going to say that all that hate was unwarranted.
Bored people.
Yeah, bored people on the internet.
Yeah.